Okay, this is a video about ranking YouTube videos on the first page of Google. And I'm specifically talking about low competition, sort of long tail phrases. And in this specific example, I'm looking at a keyword phrase that has 32,500 competing results. So with this specific technique that I'm teaching you, I want you to look for keyword phrases and use this technique on keyword phrases that have under 50,000 competing results. And I believe we've talked about this metric at other points in the course, under 50,000 results. So you can see here, this is a video that I have ranked, and this is a few years old. Obviously, this video is actually quite old, from 2009. But the reason why I'm using it is because it's a great example of a keyword phrase that has under 50,000 results and that I ranked with real minimal effort. And it's still ranking from the minimal efforts, and I really haven't touched it for a good, 3 years or so. Um, so um, Basically, back in the day, you used to be able to just upload a video and do social bookmarking. I'm going to talk about what that is, but you used to be able to just do social bookmarking and maybe embed the video in a couple places, and that would be all you would need to do to rank a video on the first page of Google, as long as you kept your competition under 50,000 results. This is no longer the case. It takes a little more work to rank these videos, although still, if you compare it with ranking a brand new web page or a brand new website, it's much easier to rank YouTube video. Even with these few competing results, it still takes more effort to rank a brand new site and to keep it ranked. Whereas with a YouTube video, you do what I'm telling you to do, it's going to rank, and those rankings really can stick for a long time without you having to touch them at all. Now, obviously, Niche Profit Classroom 2.0, that's, I think they're on 4.0 now or something like that. I haven't even checked out their course recently, so I'm not necessarily recommending this course. I'm just using this as an example. So the way you figure out how much competition you have is you do a search for your keyword phrase and make sure it's in quotes. Because you can see, if I do the search for the same keyword phrase without quotes, you can see that increases the competition number quite a bit. However, out of these 388,000 pages that Google is listing for this keyword phrase, not that many of them are real competition in any way. They're not really competing against me. It's just, if you don't put your keyword phrase in quotes, Google is going to give you the most possible results. So any of these words, if they're on the page anywhere, Google is going to list that page in the results. So if you put it in quotes, that means you're telling Google, hey, I'm only interested in pages that have this exact phrase somewhere on the page or in the title tag. And so it reduces the number, and this gives you a clear number of the real competition that you're going against, the real number of pages that you really have to beat in order to get your YouTube video up here. And really, incidentally, if you go all the way over here, you'll see that a lot of times there aren't even that many results that they originally list. You can see I went down to the bottom of the list and there was only 153 that are really my competition, only 153 that Google's even bothering to display. So you can see that a lot of the other results even in the list are really not very significant at all. It's another little test you can do to see how difficult your competition is. So I know there's people that use other kinds of metrics other than the exact match competing results, but this is a number that I found works pretty well, and for the purposes of this course, we're going to try to stick it under 50,000. So that's what you're going for these keyword phrases. So these are going to be long tail type phrases. They're going to be longer. They're going to include more words, and since it's easier to rank for these long tail phrases, what you're going to end up doing is you're going to upload a whole bunch of YouTube videos. Each one is going to target a different long tail phrase, and that a different phrase that is under 50,000 results, and each one is going to provide a little bit of traffic, and all added together you're going to have a lot of traffic. So that's the way this technique works. So under 50,000 results. But before I tell you anything about bookmarking or backlinking or anything like that, I want to tell you some things about setting up your video. And I know we talk about this at other parts in the course, but you need to make sure that in your title, the title of your video, which is that little area that I have highlighted, your keyword phrase is the title. Nothing else is in the title. So there's no words after it, there's no words before it, and that exact keyword phrase is your title. That's really important. Second of all, you want to make sure, and I actually didn't even follow this advice for this specific video, but for your description, which is the little text that goes right here, you can have your link for monetization, and we talk in other videos about how to get traffic off of this video onto your website or your affiliate link. But you can start it off with your link that you want your traffic to go to, but you want your description to be much longer than this. In fact, I encourage you to have your description be like a mini article, like 300 words, even 500 or 600 words in the description. Don't make it spun text. Don't make it a copied article from somewhere else. Make it unique text that's only here on this YouTube video description. Now, the thing is, it doesn't have to be a work of art, this description. Even though I'm telling you to make it long and I'm telling you to make it original, not spun and not copied from anywhere, it still doesn't have to be that high of quality. And the reason is, most people who watch a YouTube video do not read this description. In fact, a lot of times you can't even see the description unless you click this show more link. And in general, if someone's come to a video, they haven't gone to a video in order to read an article. They've gone to a video in order to watch a video. So they're not in the mode of reading. So you don't have to worry about your text being analyzed, about your article being read over and over and really paid attention to. This is mainly what I call spider food. It's just food for the Google spider, for the Google bot, to have something to index, and it tells Google what your video is about. If you don't have this text here, Google has less to go on as far as figuring out what your video is about. Now, especially in the post-Penguin era, where Google does not seem to be relying as much on anchor text to rank your site. In fact, too intense of an anchor text exact match percentage can really get you penalized. So Google is looking more at on-page factors for cues as far as what to rank your video for. And that's why you want this description to be really long, 300 or 500 words. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just spend a few minutes, just type it out as fast as I can, a quick description. You want to have your keyword phrase in there a number of times, 3 to 5 times, sprinkled throughout. Any other phrases that are related to it, you want to include those as well. Even different versions of the keyword phrase. I might do niche profit classroom without the 2.0. I might do a few times with niche profits. I might talk about a classroom a few times so that I get that keyword phrase in. And just in general, you want it to be a highly optimized article. Not too intense, but a highly optimized article where Google can really clearly see, hey, this is what this video is about. So those are the two things that you really need to do. And then number 3, make sure your video is good. If your video stinks from the get-go, you're going to be fighting an uphill battle. And even though we're targeting long tail phrases, it's going to be to your advantage to have a really good video, because once your video ranks and it starts getting views, you can actually get your video shared. People will link to it. People will embed it. It'll get featured on different. I've had my videos featured on various national publications, newspaper sites, things like that, because we're also going to talk about getting a lot of views to your videos later on. And so once your view count starts to climb, a lot of times you can get additional publicity, but that only works if your video is good. So make sure your video is a decent video. Even if you're doing a slideshow type video, like we talk about using Animoto or a Windows Media, Windows Movie Maker type video, or any kind of a slideshow video, those are okay and fine. That doesn't mean the quality has to be low, but you just want to have some text in that slideshow that draws the viewer along so that they continue to watch. And the reason why is, if everyone's watching your video just for a few seconds and then hitting pause or leaving the page and not watching your video all the way through, YouTube knows this, and Google knows this as well because Google owns YouTube. And so what happens then is over time this can affect your ranking in a negative way, especially in the YouTube search engine, if people aren't watching your video for a lot of the way through, a large percentage of the way through. So those are all reasons to make sure your video is decent. At least something that someone would want to watch. You can make it really short. You can make it like 30 seconds or so, so that way you only really have to keep their attention for 30, 45 seconds. But make it a decent video that looks decent, and you can do really well with Movie Maker or with Animoto or any other kind of slideshow type program. You can do really well with these types of slideshow video creators, and it doesn't take a lot of work, and you can create a lot of videos really fast. Okay, so once you've created your video, what you want to do is upload it, make sure it's all optimized. The first thing I want you to do is to use your video as a video response to another high page rank video. And there's actually another video in this course that talks all about getting a video response and the specific criteria that I teach for video responses and why you need to do that. But the basic reason for getting a video response is this video response here, and you can see here's the other video where I am a video response, is a backlink back to your video. And especially if you can become a video response for a high page rank YouTube video, then right away, right after posting your video on YouTube, you get a high page rank video back. I mean a high page rank link back to your video. So I encourage you watch that video on video responses so that you can get all my details on that. I teach a real specific method for video responses. You might even want to create your video specifically as a video response to a specific video, and watch that video to get the details on that. So that's the first thing. Get a video response. That's going to automatically get you a high page rank backlink to your video. Now I will say that the quality of the video response you can get can really determine how hard it is for you to rank this video in the search results of Google. If you get a really high page rank video response, you're going to be in good shape and you're not going to need to do as much work later on. So it's really worth it to get a high page rank video that you're response to as quick as you can. And you can watch that other video for details. Now, video response links are completely white hat. It's a totally standard thing. YouTube has set it up for you to be able to do. There's nothing black hat about it at all. So you're totally safe even if you're doing this on a client site or it's your own site, but it's a really squeaky clean type online YouTube account or whatever. You don't want to get black hat with it. After this, the steps that you can take two different paths. You can take a black hat route, or you can take a white hat route, or you can try to stay somewhere in between. So I'm going to give you the steps that you need in order to rank a video for under 50,000 competing results, and I'm going to give you some black hat and some white hat and maybe some gray options in between, so you can pick the path that you want to take. You can do this either way, but if you go the black hat route, it's just much quicker. So I'm going to just list a bunch of different types of links that I recommend that you get, especially with this competition level, and then from there you can decide if you want to go black hat or white hat. The first thing that I want you to do is to get bookmarks. Okay, and this is a pretty safe technique even if you are using an automated tool, and I really recommend that you use automated tools for bookmarking, just because even if you choose high quality bookmarking targets, there's really no way to log in and out of each bookmarking site and to do it manually, because whether you do it automated or not, it's really the same function essentially, and Google can't really tell if you've used an automated tool or not. So bookmarking is the first step that I'd recommend you take after that. And again, back in the day, it used to be that you could just through bookmarking and maybe a video response type link you could rank, like this one has been ranking for the past 3-4 years, but you might need to do more than just that. So the first thing I'd recommend you do is bookmarking, and actually in our membership area we have a bookmarking bot that you can actually use. If you scroll down to the Black Hat bots section, and you can actually here's a bookmarking bot right here that you can use. We also have another one down here. If the other one doesn't work for some reason, you can try this one. Also, there's lots of other bookmarking tools out there. Ours isn't the only tool out there, but just so you don't have to purchase anything extra, you can do that. Now, if you have a question about the social bookmarking bot, the Black Hat or the White Hat quality of it, I encourage you to watch this video that I did. It says Aubrey here. She posted the video for me, but it's actually a video that I created. And that'll help clarify the difference between Black Hat and White Hat social bookmarking, depending on the path that you want to take. In general, it just has to do with how fast and how many bookmarks you're doing, and the quality of those bookmarking accounts. Are they filled with just totally random, unrelated links? How high quality are the bookmarking sites and things like that. So you can watch that video, but bookmarking is a great way to get started, and it's relatively safe. If you watch that video, that'll help you figure out which way to do your bookmarking depending on your goals. Now, it could be, depending on the competition in your niche, that after you do those two things, you will start to rank already. It's also possible you're going to have to do more. So it really depends. Obviously, even with 32,500 results here, still these top 10 results are really the main ones that you're competing against. And so if you have, say you have 30,000 super low quality pages, but then you have 2,500 pages that are highly optimized, high page rank, huge backlink volume, then obviously your job's going to be a little more tough. In general, though, a low number like this means that you don't have highly optimized competition. So it could be that after you do the bookmarking that you're going to start to rank. More than likely these days you're going to have to do more than that. After you do the bookmarking, I would encourage you to go and get your video embedded on a high quality page, especially some kind of a high page rank page, which I did here. You can see I've got my Flash plugin disabled in Firefox because it constantly crashes. But that's what I did here. I actually embedded the video that you see here, just embedded it in my blog, and then a lot of folks came through and watched that video on my blog, so it showed up here in the stats. You can see here, you can see this video was embedded on Chatto.com and it got 1,116 views, which caused that to register here in this key discovery events list. And this statistics might look a little different. YouTube constantly changes the look of this, but in general you can see this is what you want. You want them to recognize that you embedded the video. Now, embedding is sort of a controversial topic. At the point of recording this video, we don't have any clear evidence that embedding on its own passes some kind of a page rank. But in my tests, multiple tests, I have seen that from embedding a video on a high page rank page, it does seem to pass some kind of authority down to your YouTube video and help you rank. Again, I want to say that with a qualifier. I haven't tested this with, a lot of my tests haven't been pure enough for me to say this as a matter of fact, but over the course of a lot of different videos, ranking a lot of different videos, I've seen that embedding seems to be a key factor, and on top of that, getting views through that embedded link. So even if it's just that you and a few friends watch it, that helps it to show up in this list here. And again, Google has access to all the YouTube data about this video, and it does appear that they're using that to decide where to rank your video in the regular search results like this. It also, embedding your video and getting views through an embed will also help you to rank in the YouTube search, which is up at the top of any YouTube page. You can actually do a search right here, and that also helps you to rank in the YouTube search results as well, which is a different algorithm completely. Now you can see with this specific video, this page is not even ranked. I mean, it has no page rank at all, and it still has positively affected my ranking here. And it's also a social signal, in addition to the social bookmarks, that this is a video that someone valued enough to embed. And the nice thing about this also is it's also a highly white hat activity. There's nothing wrong with embedding. You can embed it multiple times. The other thing you can do is you can embed this on high page rank Web 2.0 pages. If you don't have a blog or you don't have your own site, you can embed it on high page rank pages. And if you go to the members area, we have some videos like this MTime commenter bot will help you create an MTime account that has high page rank. We also have the Pinterest bot that'll help you create a high PageRank Pinterest account that you could embed your YouTube video on. Blogster, this Blogster recent video link bot is probably one of the easiest bots that you could use to get a high PageRank Blogster page to embed your YouTube video on. So we have a lot of options there for you to, even if you don't have a website that has authority, to create your own high PageRank page to embed that YouTube video on. And even better, if you can post it on, if you can embed it on a Web 2.0 page that actually has somewhat of an audience for your niche, and your video can get some views through that high PageRank page, even better. Then all the facts are going to line up for Google, and they're going to see this is a really relevant video. They're getting relevant views from a high PageRank Web 2.0 page, and everything lines up for them, and they see that your video is highly relevant to that page. Now, one thing when you're embedding, you want to put your target keyword phrase in the title of the page, which you can see I've done here. This is a blog, WordPress blog, and this is the title of the page. It's also the title way up here. As you can see, the title of the actual HTML code title is my keyword phrase. I also have the keyword phrase in text directly above the video, and down here I have some text below it which is also relevant, Niche Profits Classroom, and you want to do that as well. Surround your video with text that is relevant to that keyword phrase, and you want the actual keyword phrase to be in the text a couple of times as well. You can even have more text than this. I just whipped it out real fast, and obviously it worked for me, but obviously the more text, Google likes it even better. So far we've been pretty much white hat. Again, with social bookmarking, you can go black hat with it with just a huge volume, and I usually outsource my social bookmarking, and so I get massive quantities of social bookmarks from providers like on Wikidfire and stuff like that, and so I end up with, definitely goes into the black hat zone when I do social bookmarking, just because of massive quantities of social bookmarks that I purchase. So you can use our bot as well for that. I just like to outsource. It's so cheap to outsource social bookmarking, really it is. And if you have any kind of budget at all for your campaign, your online campaign, it's definitely worth outsourcing some of this stuff. But so far, you could stay completely white hat with everything I've talked about so far. Obviously, some of these bots are black hat. The MTime commenter is black hat, the Pinterest is black hat, the Blogster recent video bot is black hat. These are all black hat bots, so if you're using those, obviously you're venturing into the black hat zone. But you could also embed it on a white hat blog just like this, just like I've done here, and you could get the same results without having to venture into black hat territory. Okay, the next thing that you need to do, which you can also do with all resources inside the members area here, is you want to log into this specific account. So you've got your video here, and this video is inside a certain account. In my case, it's inside the Chad Kimball account. So I want to log into this account, and you can tell if you're logged in by just looking in the upper right hand corner to see if it says to sign in, then you're not logged in. And so you want to log in, and then what you want to do is find high page rank videos to comment on. And I'd encourage you to use Scrapebox for this, which is what I do, or you could also use our Footprint Site Finder. I teach you how to do that. It's the same process that I teach in the video about getting a video comment backlink. There's a video I encourage you to watch about getting a video response backlink, and I talk about how to find high page rank YouTube videos in that video. You can follow that exact same process. You can use our Footprint Finder bot, or you can use Scrapebox if you own Scrapebox, and you want to find high page rank videos, and I'll show you why. Here is a high page rank video, and you can actually feel free to go and make a comment on it, just like I'm teaching you. If you scroll down and you look at the comments area, you can see here's a bunch of comments here. These aren't super amazing comments or anything. Each one of these comments contains a backlink to the video owner's user page. Okay, it doesn't bring a backlink back to the actual video itself, but it does give you a backlink to your user page. And most of the time, YouTube videos, their comments don't need to be approved. Most people, for whatever reason, don't require any kind of approval, and I think that's because YouTube handles a lot of the spam policing themselves. So even if your YouTube video is open to commenting and you don't approve the comments, there isn't that big of a spam issue. And also, since everything, you can't really post an external link in the comments itself, and so it becomes less attractive for people to use automated tools on it. However, for you, it's definitely worthwhile to get a comment back to your user page, because these are all do follow backlinks. It used to be that YouTube had no follow. All these were no followed links, so they weren't passing any page rank. But now, and for a while now, they made these into do follow backlinks, so you actually can get a backlink back to your user page from these super high page rank YouTube videos. And so if you follow the process in the YouTube video response video that I made that shows you how to get a link through video responses, you can use that same list of videos and get a whole bunch of really high page rank videos and make comments on them to get those backlinks back. And what's going to happen is, depending on how your user page is set up, that page rank 6 here can get funneled all the way back to your videos to help them to rank. So let's take a look at how they have it set up. If you go to their page, you can see, and you could have yours set up like this as well. They've got their main video right here on the default view, and you have to set up your user page to look like this. There's a couple different layouts YouTube allows you to use, but you can see their user page, which this is the backlink from this high page rank page. You can see here this page rank 6 page, this alpha and omega phrase here is a backlink to this page here. So they've got a page rank 6 here just from the comments and the various activity they've done throughout YouTube. And if you scroll down now, you can see this is a video right here. This is another do follow backlink back to their video itself. And so you can see this video here, you can watch it through this user page, but also it has its own page here, which is also benefiting from that page rank. And you can see right here that this video itself, just from all their activity, this video here has its own page rank of 5. And that's what you want to do through a lot of commenting like this. You can achieve a very high page rank on your individual videos, which is going to make it really easy to rank them. I know people that just do maybe 40 comments or something like that, and it causes all those long tail videos in their account to rank very easily, almost without doing anything else at all. Now this is the default layout. If you don't change the layout to what I showed you earlier, this is what the default layout will be. It'll just show the feed, and it'll show all your recent activity as the default. So any uploads that you do, any video uploads will show up in this feed as well, but they'll also be surrounded by all types of other links to other videos. Any videos you comment on or anything like that will also receive a backlink on this page. So it does drown out the page rank. It splits up the page rank among all these pages as it's going out, so you don't get as much page rank going to your videos if you have this setup. So that's why I encourage you to customize your user page to actually show the video that you're trying to optimize for. And like I showed you here, you can actually also look at you can also funnel PageRank out to all kinds of other playlists and things like that, depending on how you want to send the PageRank that you've grabbed from these high PageRank comments. Now, how do we do these high PageRank comments is the question. You can do it manually. As you can see, if you look down, these comments are not that awesome. They are relevant to the page, but they're very short. It doesn't require that much. A lot of times they are not even optimized at all. And so you can do this manually, and I actually have someone who doesn't even speak, they're in the Philippines, they don't speak English that well, but I have them do this kind of YouTube commenting for me all the time. And when you read this person's comments that they make for me, they are somewhat stilted. You can tell English is not their first language, but in general they get approved. They don't get flagged for spam because even though the English might be a little rough, it's directly related to the video. I have the person watch the video, and then I have him make the comment. Even if he barely understands the video, he can make some kind of a comment that shows that he watched the video, and those comments usually stick. So that would be the white hat way to do it. It's really easy to outsource, even to someone who doesn't speak English well. All they have to do is speak a minimal amount of English, enough to post a comment that's somewhat relevant. And in general, since you're not putting any backlinks in, I would encourage you just to use your regular name. Don't use a key. Don't be too intense about keyword optimizing this username. Those comments will be more likely to get approved then. Again, there's going to be enough factors pointing to what your video is about. And anyway, this backlink doesn't go directly to your video. It goes to your user page. So it doesn't really matter if you have your keyword phrase in there or not. If you just are just a regular name, then it's going to be more likely to get approved or to not get flagged for spam than if you have like a keyword phrase like make money online is your username. That can sometimes get flagged for spam. So that's one route that I have taken. I've also taken the route of using our automated tool, and in our members area we also have a bot specifically for YouTube commenting, and it's called the YouTube Commenter Bot. You can click right here. It's in the Black Hat Bots section of the forum. So if you log into your members area and you scroll all the way down near the bottom to the Black Hat Bots section, and then you scroll down and look for, let me fix this here. scroll all the way down and look for the YouTube channel commenter. It's called the YouTube channel commenter, but it comments not just on channels, it also comments on YouTube videos itself. You can watch the video in there for how to use it. It's a great way to do it. You get your list of high page rank videos that I show you how to make. Get that list from the video response video that I made. You just throw that list into this channel commenter bot, and it will comment on all those high page rank videos for you. Now that's getting more into Black Hat Zone, again, just because YouTube specifically says in their terms of service, do not use automated tools on our site. So they don't like automated tools. It also requires that you use spun comments. So those spun comments are not going to be as relevant to the video as, say, these videos here. These comments here you can see are all relevant to the video, but if they're spun comments, they're going to look generic, and so it's highly possible, not highly, but it is possible that they'll get flagged as spam, like this person's video, this person's comment did. Now I'm not even sure why this person's comment got flagged as spam. But you are very wrong. We must first trust God. Maybe just because it's totally irrelevant to the video itself. But these spam comments are done by automated tools, and most humans looking at them, see, look, there's another version of the exact same one. Maybe it's because of oh no, I accidentally showed the same one twice. Anyway, you get the idea. It's obviously an automated comment, and so it's going to be less likely to stick. However, if you have a huge list and you are just running through the list and you don't really care, they got all kinds of stuff flagged as spam that's not even spam. But anyway, you get the idea. So then if you use this YouTube channel commenter bot, you're going to start to go into black hat territory. But again, you want it to spend as much time, so you might just want to take that risk. Also, make sure that you're spacing out the comments somewhat. If you do them too fast, sometimes that can flag your account. And it just goes into a little bit of the riskier zone. If you hire someone to do it manually, they should be able to do 40 comments in a day, high page rank comments easily in a day. 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours, 10 minutes per comment, or 5 to 10 minutes per comment, and you'll have that done. You could outsource it on freelancer.com as well if you want to stay white hat with it. Very, very powerful way to rank those videos. And after you do those things, I would say it's highly likely that depending obviously on your competition and how intense these other links are, these other sites are around your video, but you should start to see your video ranking on the first page. Now, it's possible if you have a really competitive niche that it won't, and you're going to have to do more. And so I'm going to tell you now some other steps you can take, but these are going to venture more into black hat territory. If you don't want to venture into black hat territory, you need to just keep repeating the steps that I just gave you, the bookmarking and the high page rank commenting within YouTube itself, embedding on high page rank pages, and you're going to have to get backlinks from high page rank pages manually, and that's going to keep you in the white hat zone. However, you can with YouTube can handle a lot of black hat links without having any problems at all. And so I'm going to tell you some of the black hat links that you can get that can really help to boost your video in the search engine results. And a big one here is using Scrapebox to do blog commenting. Blog commenting is a huge way to do that, and you can actually use down here. I'm still in this black hat bots section of the forum, and if you scroll down here to the bottom, we have a auto commenting bot for you that you can use, and this will let you comment on auto approve or even manual approve WordPress blogs. This bot is specifically created for for WordPress blogs, and you can download the bot right there and you can use that. You can use Scrapebox for these types of links, these blog comment links as well if you have Scrapebox, but you don't necessarily have to buy it. We want to provide everything for you right here inside the members area. So I would just do as many of these as you can if you don't mind heading into the Black Hat zone. You can also use our TextCube commenter. In this TextCube commenter, this will get you a great this will get you an awesome amount of backlinks on high page rank blogs. TextCube is not it's not like WordPress where it's heavily spammed. There's not a lot of Black Hat activity on TextCube blogs, and so you can actually find some really high page rank ones and use this bot to get backlinks to your YouTube video using that. You can use the Footprint Finder bot to find those TextCube blogs. If you watch the Footprint Site Finder video, you can that'll teach you how to find some of these TextCube blogs and how to get a huge list of them to comment on. So that's another resource. And then if you want to venture outside of the tools inside the members area here, I would encourage you to go to the members area and do a search for Wickedfire, and that's going to bring up all the posts about Wickedfire here in the members area, and there is a thread here called Current Recommended Wickedfire Links. Click on that and watch this video. This is a place where you can purchase other types. Now this is definitely going to be more Black Hat links, but this is a great list of resources, and I have a link down here that I have links to all these various services. And watch this video. This video is really important for you to watch because the video describes which types of cases I encourage each type of link to be purchased. And so don't just go and click on these links and buy blindly. Make sure you watch my video so you can get the information on which types of links are good for your specific situation. But that right there is going to provide you with all the backlinks you would need. And you can also just go with super Black Hat type links like XRummer profiles, wiki type backlinks, track backlinks, the PAD or PAD type links. All these links, YouTube videos can handle a lot of Black Hat linking. Unlike your money site, YouTube videos can handle a lot of abuse. And so any type of those links can work for you if you know which providers to purchase links from. So, but anyway, in here you're going to have a pretty good list of 5 providers that I'm recommending right now, and I would just continue to apply over and over the steps that I just taught you in this video, and it's not going to take you much repetition to get your video ranked on the first page of Google if you keep your competition low like this.